Hello everyone, back again with another episode of Should You Cop, and today we'll be taking a look at Gundam Evolution. This is an objective-based MOBA shooter which essentially serves as an Overwatch clone and the main competitor to Overwatch 2. I've played the game for about 20 hours now and just started to dip my toes into ranked. So, what do I think? Let's begin. Gundam Evolution is a 6v6 objective-based MOBA shooter. This is a relatively new genre, but this game is almost identical to Overwatch and Paladins. You pilot units from across the Gundam multiverse, which include many iconic mobile suits from the anime, each with their own unique weapons and abilities. The hero shooter genre has continued to expand past Overwatch to games like Battle Royales like Apex Legends, and the tactical shooters like Rainbow Six Siege, but this game is more akin to the original Overwatch, even sporting identical game modes. Each of the heroes, mobile suits, include unit-exclusive skills that allow you to turn the tide of battle, essentially identical to Overwatch. What this means is that most characters have a primary attack, secondary attack, 2 abilities, and a G maneuver, which is basically another name for the ultimate ability that slowly charges as you fight throughout the match. Each of the mobile suits also have different sized HP pools and an individual dash limit which determines how many times the character can dash before their dashes need to recharge. Your dash meter can also be used to sprint if desired. There are a few different game modes, with all of them being fairly distinct: point capture, destruction, and my favorite, domination. Domination is by far the best game mode as it doesn't have an issue of defender or attacker sided maps, since it's basically King of the Hill from Overwatch. However, all of the game modes feel very fun to play, and the game is totally competitively viable. Character balance also feels decent as well. I am by no means a pro yet, but in the 20 or so hours I've accumulated so far, I've never felt like I was killed by bullshit. I'm also Gold 3, so, Epic Gamer Pro here. The unique cast of characters along with the well-structured game modes and maps make for a pretty polished experience getting into and playing in lobbies. Also, there's actually a leave penalty for casual matches. This means that typically we never experience leavers. In around 20 hours, I've only been in like 1 or 2 lobbies where my teammate left mid-match. Some may not like a leave penalty on casual matches, but it makes things run much smoother. In any case, the gameplay is super fun and addicting, so I'm happy. The combat is pretty good. If you liked Overwatch, you'll probably enjoy this game as well. There are characters that serve to satisfy those with different playstyles, and it feels like there's something for everyone. Fittingly, your boy had to pick one of the very few melee-centric characters. I actually have primarily played Barbatos, who quite literally does not have a single ranged attack in an FPS game. Regardless, I've had so much fun with the high maneuverability and crowd control abilities that he uses, but even when playing characters like Guntank or Pale Rider, they were pretty fun in their own ways. Like I said before, the game does feel quite balanced, which definitely makes the combat much easier to digest. What's interesting is that the classes are not nearly as defined as they are in Overwatch 2. For the most part, everyone is dedicated to the role of killing robots, rather than specialized as just tank or DPS or healer. But there are roles, and your team will most definitely benefit from a defined composition instead of just everyone playing team deathmatch. To put it simply, the combat is very fun and plays well as a team-oriented shooter, not just Call of Duty. Bruh, I don't know how to put this, but the graphics just suck. The actual design of the characters is perfectly fine, and while some of the robots look not as cool as others, they are ripped straight from the anime. I've only watched one Gundam anime, that being Iron-Blooded Orphans, and I do feel the love and authenticity of Barbatos in this game. But I do not feel like I'm in a giant anime mech. The actual graphical fidelity of the textures is just not that good. I don't feel that the superb lighting of Unreal Engine is being fully utilized here, as the maps all look really basic, and all the mechs have what looks to be a non-metallic finish. Maybe they look plastic on purpose to give off the vibe of a figurine/toy? I don't know. All I know is that I'm not a fan of anything here besides the base designs of the mobile suit models. When it comes to content, the game's a little polarizing for me. For maps, there just aren't really that many. Furthermore, none of them are all that distinct. I feel that the design and balance of them are pretty good, but I can't remember a single map's name, while every map in Overwatch left a strong impression on me. One thing that I would say needs to absolutely improve on the maps is the interactivity of them. These maps are stone cold, and basically never change no matter what you do. I'm in an enormous anime mech. I should see the asphalt crumble every time I take a step, the trees and bushes be swept away as I dash, the building's windows shatter as I dash past them. Instead, everything seems to be impenetrable. Everything's too perfect. Like you're playing in a model replica of a city instead of a real location in the Gundam world. All of these maps could benefit from having more human items in them. The closest thing I've seen are some boxes, some copy-pasted cars, a tree every so often, and none of them are destructible or interactable. Overall, the graphics are not a huge L, but a decently sized one. The bad is just as I highlighted. The graphics are kind of bad, and it takes away from the immersion that could be there of you being a giant robot fighting in a human-sized environment. But some other noteworthy flaws: the sound design is a little mediocre. Sounds can get muddled in the heat of battle, compared to Overwatch, which has incredibly distinct sounds for each and every ability, despite such a large roster of characters. Maybe it'll come with playing more often, but at the moment, not many sounds are distinct enough for me to recognize what ability is being used purely by sound. And that's what's needed, to be honest. On the subject of monetization, this is pretty important to mention. From the roster of mobile suits, there are 5 that need to be unlocked over time by the accumulation of in-game currency, or of course, microtransactions. But they should be called macrotransactions because holy hell are these guys expensive. Each mobile suit costs $12, and they take a long time to unlock if you're free to play. My friends and I have been able to unlock around 1 character every 10 hours of gameplay, assuming we were on top of our daily and weekly challenges. On the bright side, the majority of the cast is unlocked from the get-go, and there doesn't seem to be any imbalance between the premium characters from the free ones. The characters that I felt had an unfair impact on the battle were always free. I only wish that they had some sort of system to allow you to try these characters, so you know which one you'd like to actually unlock. The game is just fun. I may be craving a game to scratch that Overwatch itch until Overwatch 2 fixes its server issues, but this game stands on its own perfectly fine. The gameplay really saves it, and despite me saying that the immersion isn't there, it still feels great to blow up the enemy team. The game has an overall polished feel, with there being 0 glitches that I've noticed, and the game balancing being quite great. Getting in a match with your friends is as it should be: intense, competitive, and fun. And it's easy to form a group or invite your friends because of the fact that the game's free. It's over. Dude, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Call, get out of the Discord, bro. Get out of the Discord, bro. Stop playing with me.
Literally leave.
Leave, bro. Leave.
Dave, you're being toxic.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy,
bro. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. 58.4. That's a bigger number than 58.3. Oh, who's the MVP? Who's the MVP?
Toxic.
It's that easy, bro. It's that easy. It's that easy.
That
24 enemy is disabled, bro.
That ranked grind is getting to you, bro.
What is this rank system?
It's like this is probably the biggest thing which negates a lot of the criticisms I have. Can't really bash a game that's free for being free. While some might say it's pay to win because of the characters which need to be unlocked, the fact that you can unlock them without paying money is enough to satisfy me. So, should you cop? Yes, you should. Since Gundam Evolution is free, I really have no reason to tell you to not try it and see if you like it. So, to conclude, if you enjoyed Overwatch, this will be a nice change of pace while still feeling at home. If you don't enjoy the MOBA shooter style of game, I would say that this probably isn't for you. But you lose nothing, except your time, for giving it a chance. This is the first anime game I actually recommend wholeheartedly, and unsurprisingly, it isn't a JRPG. With that being said, I'm going to continue climbing out of gold. Bye for now.